Hey guys, it's Kayla from Killing It With Coupons, and I wanted to share with you guys my Meijer haul for this week. Surprisingly, this Meijer haul actually is pretty expensive at retail price. It was a pretty good out-of-pocket price, I feel like, for what I actually got, but I did have some Splurge items in here that were really still not a great deal. But in order to get the free grocery pickup, which I did this as a grocery pickup at Meijer, and I think it's over $30 or $35 at Meijer to get the free grocery pickup. Sometimes the coupons don't fully affect that. Like, I've had it where it's been a little bit under that and I've still qualified, even like with the coupons. Like I was saying, I did pick up a few kind of splurge items for this week, but there were a few deals in here that were really good that I really did want to take advantage of, so that's why I was okay with my few splurge items, because I feel like they did make up for the fact that I got some items really like dirt cheap this week. So these were the items I picked up at Meijer, and like I was saying, the retail price of all these items would have been $80.93, which I did not get a very big full table full of stuff. For this all to cost $80.93 seems a little kind of crazy for me. And Meijer's not a very expensive grocery store either. Like, these items at Jewel probably would be a lot more money, but like Meijer's normally pretty not super expensive. So I feel like, again, the retail price of some of these items is pretty high for it being $80. I paid only $35.43 out of pocket and saved $45.50, and I did earn back $1.65 from M-Perks for the rewards. For every, I think it's every 10 points is like 1 penny, and for every, like, again, dollar you spend, you get so many points back. Plus, in addition to that as well, you can get bonuses. Like, I know I got one for the frozen foods that I picked up. Like, there's a bonus, I think, for like every $5 you spend, you get like a bonus points as well. But again, I earned those reward points, and then I also earned 3 cents back from Fetch on the General Mills product. So I earned a total of $1.68 back, making my net cost for these items $33.75, which again, I really don't think is that bad for the fact that it retails at $80 and I paid under $35 for net price. And again, even my out-of-pocket wasn't that expensive. To start off with this week, one of the items that is going to depend on whether or not you have this coupon is on the Bic razors. Now, there is a $6 off 2 digital coupon, and it does look like it applies to a few of the cheaper Bic items as well, so you could end up getting some of the cheaper razors for a pretty good price. But for me, I also had $3 off when you spend $10 on shaving products, which was a store coupon that looks like it was kind of similar to one of those like personalized coupons like we get a lot of times monthly, those like personal picked just for you type coupons. But this one was not in like that little section. Like, you have to click on a different section to get to those coupons. This was just with all the regular coupons. So again, I don't know if everybody's going to have these available, but I have gotten these a handful of times over the years. So if they're giving these coupons out right now, they might have them available again like this week. So check to see if you don't have that coupon, you might have some other ones available. I also have ones for like dollars off my deli purchase, for frozen foods, which my frozen foods actually didn't count towards that coupon this week. It was like not frozen foods, it was like frozen prepared foods, I think, which was like more like chicken nuggets and like things like that. But anyways, check for those coupons, because a lot of times they will, again, to make for some really good deals. For example, this deal with the Bic razors, these are on sale for $11.99. And again, there's the advertised $6 off 2 digital manufacturer coupon, M-Perks coupon that everybody should have available. Plus, I used a $3 off $10 purchase coupon as well. These two that I picked up are the probably more expensive ones. They retail at $7.29. They're the 2-count 5-blade razors. So the two of these at regular price would have been $14.58. Again, with both of those coupons that I ended up using, these were just $2.98 for 2, or $1.49 each, which again, I think is pretty good for that. That's like 75 cents per razor, and these are for the 5-blade razors, which are normally, again, kind of more expensive. And again, this is like a pretty average price to what we will get at like a CVS and Walgreens deals and stuff like that on disposable razors. So saved $11.60. Like I said, that coupon though, the $3 $2 off of the $10 purchase will vary. But even without that coupon, these would still end up being $2.99, which is not a horrible price for these razors. Like I said, there's a lot of ones that the $11.99 for 2 sale this week, along with, again, just using that $6 coupon. You could end up getting some of them for a pretty good deal, but it is also that coupon, that $6 coupon, is applying to some of the even cheaper razors as well, so you could get those for a good deal. But if you do have that coupon, the $3 off $10 purchase, that will make it even better. The soft soap, hand soap, this is on sale for $2.99. It's regularly $3.19. We have a $1.50 off digital coupon, so this is just $1.49, and I saved $1.70. And this is a little bit of a larger size soap. Normally, I'd pay around about $1 for like hand soap, and this is, like I said, a little bit of a larger size, so that was not too bad of a deal for that. They also had the ragu pasta sauces, which are on sale this week for $2, or like 6 for $3. They're advertised. They're regularly, the kettle kind, are $2.89. So 3 of them would have been $8.67. We also have a, I believe it's advertised, $1 off of 3 digital MPerks coupon that everybody should have available. So you'll pay $5 for 3, or about $1.67 each. And for those ones, I saved $3.67. I also, in addition to that, picked up one of the ragu, the Alfredo sauce, and I could have picked up any of these, but these are also on sale for $2, and these ones are regularly $2.39. I had a 50-cent off one of those hand-picked just for you coupons, which again are normally, they run the whole month, or like sometimes they don't start at the beginning of the month, but for most of the month, and you will end up getting like, again, probably 10 or so coupons monthly based on things that you've bought, and they're more personalized for you. Since I bought the ragu pasta sauce before at Meijer, that's most likely why I had that available, but if you have as well, you might have that coupon available, and then you could just get one for $1.50, and for me, I saved 89 cents on that. So again, however you want to do that, that's a pretty decent price for pasta sauce. I think it's a little bit cheaper than Aldi's, so I thought that that was a good deal. They also have the General Mills cereals on sale this week for $1.99. These are regularly $3.89, so 2 of them would have been $7.78, but we have a $1 off 2 digital coupon, which is, again, an MPerks advertised coupon. For the most part, all of the rest of the coupons should be available to everybody, but for these, I paid $2.98 for 2, or $1.49 each, and saved $4.80. Also, one of the probably cheapest deals this week is on this Blue Diamond Simple Almond Milk. This is $3.50 on sale. It's regularly $4.99, and we have a $3 off digital coupon, making it just 50 cents, which is a really great price, and you'll save $4.49. Another good deal this week on candy, which will probably be Valentine's Day candy. These are $4.99 on sale, these Kinder Minis. They are regularly $6.19. So for the 3 I picked up, these would have been $18.57. But we have a buy 1 get 2 for free digital coupon. So you'll pay just what one of them is on sale for this week, which is $4.99 for 3, or about $1.66 each, and save $13.58, which is why I think my like retail price was so high this week, because these are pretty expensive, and with that buy 1 get 2 free coupon, it makes these a really good deal. The 2 deals that I also did that, again, were not probably quite as good, but these are my splurge items. I've been eating gluten-free for about a year now, and I've also been vegetarian for, like, I don't even know, 15 years or something like that. So when I can actually get a good deal on things that are gluten-free and vegetarian, and some of those somewhat convenient meals, because I am normally eating differently than what the rest of my family is, you know, ends up eating, I have to have sometimes some of those just convenient things. Like for today, we got back from the grocery store a little later than normal, so like I might need to find something that's kind of quick to make for myself. So that's why I will get something like this, that again too is, normally these are very expensive, and to get a decent deal on them is always what I try and look for, because I will pay retail price for these because I love these so much and they're so good. But getting, like I said, a good deal for these, which they were on sale and we did have a coupon, I thought was okay. But the these Amy's frozen meals. These are $5.49 on sale. They're regularly $6.39. Two of them would have been at $12.78. There was $1 off 2 digital coupons, so these will be $9.98 for 2 or $4.99 each, and you save $2.80. And then the Amy soups, these are on sale at $7 for 2. Regularly they're $3.99, so 2 of them would have been at $7.98 for 2. And we have $1 off of 2 digital coupon on these as well, making them $6 for 2 or $3 each, and you save $1.98. And like I was saying, those are something that I will pay retail price for, but when I can actually get a good deal on something like that, I know for some people it's like coffee. You have to have a specific brand of coffee, or you have to have a specific, brand of shampoo or conditioner or whatever. And so even though we can get deals sometimes on other things, it's like I have to have this specific, again, my specific coffee. And so even if you can find a way to roll your rewards to be able to get your coffee for super cheap, or you can, find a deal where maybe it's at least on sale and we do have a coupon, but again, it's not cheaper than some of the other brands of coffee that we could get, or the shampoos and conditioners that we can get for like $1. Yours might be $3 or $4, but it's still way cheaper than the $8 a bottle that you normally be getting it for. Again, for some people that's totally worth it, and for me this was worth it, but it was kind of expensive, like for the most part of what I ended up paying for everything. It was a little bit less than half of what everything else I ended up getting for this week of the actual, I guess, good couponing deals that were going on. But like I said, that's something that I like to have on hand just as convenient stuff for myself, because I can't have like a $1 can of soup in the pantry that we might have. So sometimes it does have to be some of those ones that are a little bit more expensive to be able to meet those dietary needs. And that's another thing too. We don't always get 50-cent milk. Like if you don't drink cow's milk and you drink almond milk or some other type of milk, getting those deals on that, sometimes that does not always happen. It's normally more money and it's less than actually getting a gallon of milk, so sometimes again too, for people that have those dietary needs, it's hard to sometimes get those good deals. So even when we see a decent deal, you kind of know where your stock up price in that is, even if it's not that great of a sale. Again, that was everything I ended up picking up at Meijer. I still think for $80 worth of stuff, which I feel like is very expensive, for only under $35 net cost for what I did pick up was really awesome. And the fetch also too, I don't know if I actually mentioned that, was on the General Mills. Is with their reward program kind of thing. You earn, I think it's 15 points back for every dollar you spend. So since those were $1.49 after the coupon, I earned 15 points back on each, which was 30 points in total, which is like 3 cents. So that made it a slight bit cheaper on those as well. I also believe that P&G coupon that I shared about in last week's haul is still available, and we do have some new coupons. It's not going to work out the exact same way as last week because of the sales that were going on, but just to let you guys know as a heads up, if you didn't do that deal last week and you wanted to do it this week with some of those other coupons, you can check to see like I said, what's available with that and or last week's video, and maybe get some ideas from what I shared about with last week's deals. Like I said, it'll be a little bit different based on the coupons and the values and the sales that are going on. But that does it for me from Meijer for this week. If you guys have any deals that are going on or have a haul, let me know. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys give it a like and follow, and I will see you guys all in the next haul. So bye guys.